Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Lunar Light Tarot. I'm Dominique and today I have another pick a card reading for you all. This is going to be about your career predictions and what is next for you career-wise, okay? Now in front of me I have three crystals for you to choose from. Pile number one is going to be this green fluorite crystal. Pile number two is going to be the rose quartz crystal. And pile number three is going to be the orange citrine crystal, okay? So while you're choosing, I'll let you know that I do have the gems only reading today. That's going to be all about how can you step into a career that aligns with your purpose. So if you guys are not a gem quite yet, go ahead and click that red subscribe button to become a gem today. Super excited to have you be a part of the fam over here. And now I'll go ahead and leave it to you guys to choose from the crystals without any distractions. And I'll see you at your timestamp. Hello, pile number one. If you chose this fluorite crystal, this one is for you. Let's go ahead and get into your career predictions. What is next for your success? Okay, super excited that you guys chose this career topic today. Let's go ahead and start, okay? What is going to be happening in pile number one's career next? Can you get the King of Cups? Career predictions for pile number one. Okay. Career predictions for pile number one. Career predictions for pile number one. Wow. Okay. Very good. What you don't see is that you're about to elevate to a place that you just did not anticipate. And I feel like right now you're actually in a position where you're doing well, but it may be weighing on you somewhat, okay? Or you feel like you could do better. Pile number one, you may be a bit of an overachiever. All right, a high performer, a great producer of work. Okay, you are. I heard an employer's dream. You'd be like a little bit of a dream employee, and you take a lot of pride in your work. That's what I can tell here. Okay, but with the King of Cups, sometimes your work weighs like heavily on you. Partially because you do push so hard to get things done, maybe like a timely manner, in like a very friendly manner, or like you strive to be like easy to work with and also like take on as much work as you can get done. Okay, but I'm actually seeing that you're going to be implementing more boundaries over the next few weeks, up to 2 months from now. Okay, implementing more boundaries. I can see this with the Two of Swords here. It's almost you're a little bit you're in the weeds right now. Maybe you have a lot of work on your plate currently and you're spreading yourself a little bit too thin. And I think that normally you kind of like this because you like being busy. You can be the kind of person who, really hates being bored and you'd rather be working really hard than be bored. However, there is a sweet spot and there is an in-between, okay? So over the next 2 months or so, even you're gonna probably be seeing this over the next couple of weeks even, you are implementing more boundaries when it comes to your career. You're going to be saying no to more things, all right? And you're not going to be afraid of not being seen as a team player. All right. If anything, you're probably going to realize that it is actually you being a team player to be able to kind of push back and say no to certain things because you're making sure that you can get the work that's already on your plate done instead of spreading yourself too thin and letting the team down with how long you take to get projects done because you don't have the bandwidth. Okay. Spirit is also letting me know that you do not have a discipline issue. You have a capacity issue. Sometimes when you are not able to quote unquote get the job done, you may blame your discipline. You're like, I'm just not focused enough. I need to stop procrastinating. I need to stop taking breaks. I need to be, hyper focused today and like locked in and everything. But that may not actually be what the difficulty you're having is. You don't have a discipline issue. You have a capacity issue. Okay. When something is beyond your capacity, of course, you're going to kind of let things slip. That's when boundaries are going to come into play, telling your manager or your coworkers like, hey, I can't take this on at this time. Can we move this task? Is this a priority? Could we tackle this at a later date? Is there another associate who could possibly do this work? Okay. So This is actually what you're coming into. And I feel like it's somewhat unexpected with Three of Wands in reverse. Like you are, again, so much of a team player that you may feel bad sometimes saying no to random tasks that'll come your way. And you also may tend to take a lot of things on in your workday to make things easier for yourself in the future or even for other people. And you're just realizing, like, wait, I don't have to run at 1,000,000 miles a minute. I don't have to do all this, okay? I can actually take a break and it's going to be fine. I can actually say, no, thank you. Like, I'm going to need to focus on my work right now. I can't take on any more new tasks and it will be fine. And it'll continue to be seen as a team player and you continue to be respected. If anything, you're going to be seen in a higher light because people are going to understand that you're not just their pack mule. Okay. You are a person, you have a capacity, you have boundaries, and they're going to have to work with you as an employee to be able to get the most out of your work. Okay. I feel that at work, you're already seen in a very high light. Okay. But actually implementing this sense of boundaries is going to increase that even more. I'm also seeing that your work-life balance is improving, okay, with Three of Cups here. You're going to be able to see your friends more, enjoy your time after work, maybe even pick up a new hobby. You guys know me and my hobbies, okay? I love my hobbies, okay? You may be able to pick up a new hobby because you are finally in a space where your work isn't taking over your entire day, okay? You're not meant to, what is that called? Work to live. No, you're not meant to live to work. You work to live, and you're finally taking that on more so and just realizing, like, you know what? I don't have to stretch myself so thin so I can be the best, or I can be a good employee. I can have boundaries and still be really, really great. So I'm actually seeing that a lot of you could be considered for higher roles at this time. Now, I'm not saying that a promotion is imminent necessarily, but I am saying that people see you as someone who has a high potential to be to be a manager, to be a VP, to be obviously I don't know what you guys' company structures are like or what your career structure is like, but people look at you and your work, you and your craft, even if you're a solo business owner or anything, people look at your work and say, this person's going places. All right. And that's only going to continue to evolve and get better as you put these boundaries in place. And it's going to make your work life a lot better. So let's go ahead and see what else we have for you. This was the Mermaid's Tarot. Now I'm looking at Liv Tarot's Divine Feminine Entrepreneurship deck. Really fun deck. Again, it's not entrepreneurship, but I figured it was applicable. I actually got this for myself back in the day. All right. Career predictions for my Crown of One people. Ooh, schedule. Okay, I love that. Career predictions for my pile number one people. Allow. And what else do we have? Thank you. Funnel. All right, so I'm getting an intuitive message for this last card, but the rest are pretty straightforward. Schedule. You are going to be literally scheduling your workout in advance, okay? And blocking off time in your calendar to do certain things. This is going to help you out so much, okay? Especially if you're someone who has multiple jobs, if you're somebody who has a really demanding job, if you're somebody who's constantly getting pinged for meetings or, for other things where you're not able to focus on the task at hand so much. You're going to be literally blocking out your calendar and scheduling work in advance so you can make sure that you get things done without distractions, okay? It says avoid overwhelm, save time and energy by automating your social media and marketing. Some of you guys may actually, if you have that sort of content creation sort of business, you may be automating your schedule. You may find ways to schedule things in advance to make things a lot easier for you. Like, for example, guys, I don't know if you know this, but I actually schedule all of my YouTube shorts for the month all at once. That's why they come out every other day, is because I schedule them for one day, and it makes it so much easier, though I always have content for you guys. Check out my shorts, guys. Shameless plug. But yeah, it makes it a lot easier to go about your schedule. I'm also picking up that, especially if you have like multiple jobs, or if you have like, say like a 9 to 5 and something you do extra on the side, you're using your personal calendar as well to schedule tasks. Okay. Maybe like a Google task to make sure that you get things done along with your, say, Outlook task, if you happen to use that sort of thing. You're scheduling all your work in advance and you're automating work when you can, okay, by scheduling it in advance. Next, we also have allow. It says, get out of your own way and let the doors of success open for you. Drop resistance and go with the flow. You're finally going with your own flow instead of trying to push yourself to get everything done. All right. You're realizing that your bandwidth is really important to stay within. You cannot exceed your bandwidth and then call it a discipline problem. That's not what is happening. And it's okay that we have limits to how much work we can take on. I feel that, again, pile number one, you have a huge capacity for work, which is amazing. At the same time, we don't want to abuse our capacity. We don't want to abuse your talent for getting work done, okay? To the point where you feel burnt out, you're tired, you're grumpy, you're irritable. We don't want that for yourself, okay? So you're actually allowing yourself to take the breaks, okay? You're not calling it procrastination when you take a needed break any longer. You're going to allow yourself to set boundaries. You're giving yourself permission to respect your capacity for work and work within your capacity. So I love to see this. I'm also seeing funnel, okay? This one I'm telling you I'm going to read intuitively. What I'm actually picking up on is that you're going to be delegating tasks to other people more. You're not going to be afraid to say to, a work colleague, hey, can you help me out with this? Can you do this for me? All right. Especially if it's something that's within that person's wheelhouse and they have less, they have more bandwidth than you. You're not going to be afraid to funnel work into other channels, push work off to the next week if it's not a priority, or, just ask for help from others. I feel that we have a lot of type A people in the building. Hey, I feel you, okay? But there is an art in learning how to delegate to people and not always being the one to take on everything just because you can. Just because you can doesn't mean they necessarily should, okay? Let's see what else we have here with the Energy Oracle. Career predictions, please. Ooh, we have caring connections. And also the sun. Yeah, I can just tell you guys are caring for yourself more. That's really what I'm picking up on here with the caring connections. It's not necessarily another person. It's that you're looking out for yourself like you would look out for somebody else. Okay? You're treating yourself and your bandwidth with as much respect as you would treat somebody else's. Okay. If someone was at their capacity, would you slap more work onto their plate? Probably not. You'd probably take it on yourself. Well, what are you doing to yourself then? Okay. Are you at capacity? Are you constantly slapping more work onto your plate, even though you're already stretched so thin? You are respecting yourself just the same way that you would respect somebody else who you care about, okay? So that's how you are kind of putting up boundaries and putting yourself first and entering more of a self-care era when it comes to your work life. And this is bringing so much happiness. I love to see the sun underneath the 9 of Cups. This is like a wish fulfillment for you. And I'm seeing that it actually is going to benefit you in your career because you're going to be able to focus on the task at hand so much better when you're not overwhelmed and stretched in all these different directions, okay? So it's going to make you feel a lot happier, a lot more at ease with what you have to do, okay? Beliefs come true. This is the Island Time Wellness Law of Attraction and also Love Oracle cards. I just have them mixed in together. High vibes. Career predictions for pile number 1, please. Challenge. Career predictions for pile number 1. Talking. Career predictions for pile number 1. Heart and mind union. I'm going to leave it at that. That's great. Okay. So you're realizing that your beliefs are dictating a lot of how you work. Okay. You may have a belief around, taking a break means I'm procrastinating, or if I say no to the work that my boss gives me, I'm a bad employee and it's going to look bad. It's going to look bad if I say no. It's going to look bad if I ask for what the priority is on this and if it can be done at a later date, okay? And so you're shifting your beliefs around what good looks like. That's helping you so much to raise your vibration and feel comfortable asking for what you need, because it's important. And if you're not in an environment where you can work within your capacity, maybe it is time to think about some kind of a move, whether it be a move, a lateral move, moving different teams, whether it be finding a different job. But it's very, very important that you are allowed to, within your work environment, to work within your capacity and advocate for yourself. So you're becoming more comfortable advocating for yourself. And when you face a challenge, you're not just, how do I say, like white knuckling through it. Okay. You're not just like brute forcing your way through it. You're actually going to find yourself talking to others. Okay. Asking for help. Could you believe it? Can you believe it? You're asking for help from others. Okay. You're delegating tasks. You are, finding ways to get things done that are smarter and not harder, and collaborating more, feeling like you don't have to be the one to take on absolutely everything, which is true. You do not have to be the one to take on absolutely everything. And it's okay if you delegate tasks. That's part of the job, okay? This is making you feel more aligned with who you are. You're making you feel more aligned with your life. It's giving you more time to enjoy your life. And yeah, it's just going to be a lot easier for you to navigate your career when you're not always kind of like in the depths, in the weeds. Putting up boundaries is going to make it so you can focus on what you need to focus on, and then actually have time to live your life and feel recharged, which is important for when you come to work the next day. Okay, guys, so that is what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this career reading. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below what resonated with you. I would love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that red subscribe button to become a gem today. Today's gem only reading is going to be about how can you step into a career that aligns with your purpose. So I'm really excited to see what messages Spirit has to bring up for us today. I mean, they always have the most beautiful words to say that I'm so blessed to channel. So I'm really excited to see what's going to come out in that portion of the reading for the gems. Okay. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I do have a TikTok if you want to check me out over there. Same handle, Lunar Light Tarot. I have a website, lunarlighttarot.com. If you want to book a personal reading with me, I'm now available for personal readings. I was on vacation, but now I'm back. So you guys can book with me if you would like. Oh, I also have YouTube shop open now. So it'll link you right to my website. You can probably see it if you like scroll a little bit. It'll show you all the products that I offer. So that's kind of cool. I was able to figure that out, me and my laptop. That was exciting. And what else do I have for you guys? I think that's about it. Okay, that's all the housekeeping I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one. Love and light. Bye-bye. Hey there, pal number 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this rose quartz crystal, this one is for you. Let's go ahead and get into your career predictions. What is happening next for your success? All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the Magical Mermaid's Tarot. What is it? No, this is the Mermaid Tarot. Alrighty, let's do it. Career predictions for pal number 2, please. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Career predictions for pile number 2. Six of Pentacles reverse. Career predictions for pile number 2. The Moon. Career predictions for pile number 2. Knight of Wands. Career predictions for pile number 2, please. Four Swords. This is very interesting. Okay. I feel like for you guys, you're really wanting a change in your career, but you just don't quite know how to get there. And I feel like there is a new idea or approach or even a new job that's going to be coming in that's going to really shake things up for you. Okay. I feel like for pile number 2, at your current place of work, you may feel like you're being taken advantage of in some aspect. Okay. It maybe be that your coworkers aren't very reliable or they don't do as much work as you. There's difficulties there. It may be that, you put in a lot, but you don't really see rewards for where you're getting. It also may be that your workplace is very unorganized. Okay, so it's like even though you're putting in good work, you don't really get recognition for that. It's just more so status quo because they need so much work to be done. They tend to over rely on you. and you don't quite know what to do about this, okay? It's almost like you are asking for help. You are in this place right now where you really need things to change. And Spirit is about to light a fire under you through the form of an idea, okay? You're about to get a new idea or even the confidence to change things up in your work life, okay? And no longer just kind of sit and settle for whatever this is. Now, some of you could literally be getting the idea that you need to change jobs, you need to switch teams, you need to make some kind of a lateral move, do you need to change industries, or that you need to advocate for yourself. But something is definitely changing in what's going on. It's like things cannot continue to go the same way they've been going. And for a long time, it's almost been like what Spirit is telling me is that instead of trying to change your circumstances, you're trying to optimize them. Okay. They're not the same. They're not the same. You might be trying to optimize a bad situation and finding virtue in the fact that you're in this situation and you're trying to make it better instead of trying to escape. Okay. Changing as in escaping the situation, as in leaving the situation. Okay. That may be the best option for you instead of trying to kind of tough it out and make it better. All right. That's what I'm seeing. Because there's just so much coming at you at once. It honestly is becoming overwhelming and possibly unfair. The idea of doing something different may seem daunting and like, oh my gosh, where do I even start? But I feel like you're about to get the strength to do this and to feel comfortable being like, okay, I have got to make this change. So let's go ahead and see what we have next. I'm going to be using Liv Tarot's Divine Feminine Entrepreneurship deck. Okay. Career predictions for pile number 2, please. You have automate, position. That's interesting. Career predictions for pile number 2. And balance. Okay. Yeah, I also have published at the bottom of the deck. Now, I'm going to be reading some of these intuitively because this is more of a deck about entrepreneurship versus more of a traditional career, quote unquote. What I'm seeing is that you are looking for new ways to expand your career, okay? Now, some of you could decide to take on a step that is going to help you kind of make a lateral move and then make probably a shift out of whatever company that you're at or whatever field that you're in. I do feel that most of you in this pile will probably end up either leaving your company or leaving your team. Okay, there's something about this environment that is just not agreeing with you, that you're going to go about it in a different way than you expect. Okay, now some of you may go a more traditional route where you're publishing your resume. Okay, that's what I'm getting with the publish. You're putting out your resume, you're updating your LinkedIn, you are, making copy. What is that called? Copy letters, copy. You know what I'm trying to say. What is that called? Cover letters. Thank you. Someone said it and I feel like I heard it. Okay. Where you're making cover letters and you're sending out your applications to different companies. I also feel like some of you may not be ready to shift companies yet. Okay. And so instead of doing that, you're finding different ways to infuse passion and joy back into your work life by freelancing for some of you. Okay. And by doing things that are going to be low effort, but high reward. Especially those of you who may be like in a writing field, those of you who could use design fields where you could possibly use like AI to be able to help you to start up some sort of a freelancing business. I'm actually seeing a lot of you being able to do that and trying to build that up as a little bit of a side hustle to help you while you shift jobs and saw some sort of income. Okay. Does that make sense? I know I have a lot that's coming at you. I feel that a lot of you are going to be implementing something unexpected while you're making a shift. That way you kind of have a cushion financially to move from one place to another, because a lot of you, you may feel like you're living a bit paycheck to paycheck. So it's hard for you to just stop one job and then, quit one job and then begin another. You may find that you want to do some freelancing in between. Or of course, you want to go the traditional route of applying to jobs while you're at your current job, okay? I'm also seeing that when it comes to your career, you're realizing that you are an expert in what you do, and you deserve to be paid as an expert, okay? You deserve to be on a team of experts and not be the only expert in your field and on your team, okay? You want something different. You want more balance when it comes to your career. You don't want to be the go-to person for absolutely everything all the time. It's becoming a bit unfair. And again, I do feel like for this pile, it's almost like your talents are being taken advantage of. It's become too much. And so you're thinking of, one, different ways to get the job done that are going to allow you to work smarter and not harder. Okay, some of you guys are using, possibly AI, possibly, even delegating tasks to other people that are part of your daily job, the way you can get things done easier and not stress as much. Okay. And secondly, I think that a lot of you are going to be exploring different career options, whether it be, again, just moving around within your own company or applying to a new job altogether. But you're realizing that you are highly, highly skilled, okay? You're an expert and you deserve to be treated as such and respected as such. There's just not enough recognition for you at your current job. And you kind of feel like you could do better. You could do better. And you also need to be able to work hard, but also take breaks and relax. And this environment may not allow you to do that, okay? What else do we have here? I'm going to look at the Energy Oracle. Career predictions for pile number 2. What's next for them? Community. Career predictions for pile number 2. Yes, you guys are starting to really speak out in your community about what is happening. You might even be connecting with a like-minded associate and they're giving you the confidence to be able to make some sort of a shift, okay? I'm also picking up that you are becoming okay with letting your wider, community know that you're looking for work, okay? And that may be something like, posting your LinkedIn open to work piece, even though you're already at your current job, you do not care anymore. You were actively applying to jobs on LinkedIn. You're letting people know I'm looking for a new job, okay? And you're not really scared anymore to be putting yourself out there in a new way. You're entering into the job search community for quite a lot of you, and you're being vocal about it. You're not really caring. Okay. I see that a lot of you could be, getting offers for interviews soon, speaking with recruiters, having phone call, interviews, things like that. And you're really putting the gas pedal down because you want things to change, especially financially. Okay. We have financial constraints. It really seems like this current job, it just doesn't give you enough. Okay. It doesn't give you enough time for work-life balance. It doesn't give you enough recognition. It doesn't give you enough money. It doesn't give you enough respect. Like something's not working. Something is abrasive and you are finally getting that fire underneath yourself to change that. Okay. Yeah, for a while, you could have been attached to this job. You could have had an attachment to a struggle with the job, honestly, and felt like, well, I don't want to give up, quote unquote. I don't want to give up on this job. I want to optimize I can make this better. I can make this work. Spirit saying, I don't want you to make it work. I want you to be in a better position. I want you to change and shift and pivot, okay? There isn't any virtue in optimizing a situation that you're not supposed to be in anymore. And, one thing that Spirit wants me to have you think about is that they look at it this way, right? Sometimes we're drawn to things. It's almost like, how do I put it this way? Imagine, if you will, that there is a pole in the middle of like a very large room, like a football stadium, okay? There's like a pole in the middle of a football stadium and you're attached to it by like a light chain, okay? Stick with me, this is kind of weird, I know. And at first you're pulling on the chain and you're attracted to this new opportunity, okay? Wherever this pole is the job, okay? You were attracted to the job at first and you were gaining skills by being in that place, by coming up there, by elevating. You were gaining skills by going towards it, right? And being in that space and going towards it and pulling on the chain doesn't always just mean that you're in the process of getting the job. It can also be when you're at the job, you're up leveling your skills, right? Eventually there comes a time where you reach that pole, right? And you're starting to surpass it. Now you've already passed the point where you have walked past that pole, okay, that you're still attached to by a chain. And now you're walking towards something else. But guess what? What was once something that you were attracted to, that you were walking towards, now something that is actually holding you back, okay? Now you've gotten so far, you've grown so far out of that environment, you've grown so far that this chain is actually holding you back from the next thing because you're still attached. Actually, this woman is even holding the pole. So you guys see what I'm trying to say. At first, you were drawn to this opportunity and it did give you a lot. It was good for you. Okay. It's not to say that this was never a great opportunity for you. It's to say that you have outgrown this. Okay. And now it is holding you back for something new that you're trying to pursue. Okay. So Spirit is saying, get a strategy together. Get a strategy to move into a new space because you deserve to be appreciated. Wow. So your Spirit is really speaking. Look, walking away, right underneath this, walking away. It may be time for you to walk away from this situation. Okay. And try something new. And again, it doesn't have to be that you have to leave your company. Maybe you guys want to switch to a different team, a different department, if that's the case, right? Okay. If it's a smaller place where you can't exactly do that, like a retail store, for example, then yes, applying to a new job seems to be the case. You may have anxiety about this, but funny enough, this particular anxiety card talks about this person being anxious, but the storm is already passing. She's nervous and she's crying about the storm that's outside, but the clouds are already breaking. Just by making the decision that you want to move forward in a new direction, you are already parting the clouds of the storm that is that part of your life, okay? And you are making way for a new reality to come in, okay? All right, so let's see what else we have with the Island Time Wellness, Law of Attraction, and Love Oracle cards. Career predictions for pile number 2, please. Yeah, look, your own path. Wow. Guys, I literally cannot make this up. Your own path coming out is crazy. It says, trailblazing brings the greatest achievement. Heart and mind align, unconventionality and authenticity. You're being encouraged to blaze your own trail here, okay? And again, not just optimize a difficult situation, but step out of it, okay? Career predictions. Enjoy the journey. The fun is in getting there. Acknowledge your progress. Yeah, you guys are definitely going on a journey. You're making a change, okay? And don't feel like you have to do everything all at once. Enjoy the journey and getting there. Some of you guys are going to take different paths. Like I said, some of you may even do a little bit of freelancing so that you can quit and rely on that for a hot second while you look for a new job, especially if your job is like really difficult and you need to get out of there quickly. I feel like some of you guys could like boot that up quite quickly, okay? And others of you are going to take a more traditional route. But I'm seeing that this new job is going to be like a soulmate to you, okay? The new job that you're attracting in is going to be a match for you on a lot of different levels, okay? It's going to help you embody more of the person that you want to be as well, more of the skills that you want to learn, more of the leadership that you want to step into, more of the recognition that you want to have. It's really going to help you to, step into that role career-wise, okay? Also, Spirit is saying you are already the version of you who gets the career that they want, okay? You are already the version of you that gets the career that you want. You are deserving of it, okay? All you have to do is go out there and grab it. You're already that version. What else do you have? Go for it. Oh my God. That's crazy. Give it a like. Oh my gosh. Give a like for all the synchronicities in this reading. Thank you so much. It really helps out the channel. Oh my gosh. Step outside your comfort zone. Make plans. Now is the time. Favorable outcome in alignment. That is absolutely crazy. Spirit is telling you, go for it, okay? If this is your reading, if you're feeling called to shift around your career life, now is the time. You're being given the strength to be able to do this, okay? So guys, that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Again, go ahead and give it a like if you haven't already, and thank you so much. Please comment down below what resonated with you. I would love to hear from you guys. Additionally, I do have the gems reading today, gem only reading. If you guys are not already a gem, go ahead and click that red subscribe button to become a gem today. The reading for today is going to be all about how can you step into a career that aligns with your purpose. So I'm really excited to see what Spirit has to bring forward pertaining to that. So go ahead and become a gem, unbreakable, unstoppable, multifaceted, and you can go ahead and watch that portion of the reading. Additionally, I do have a TikTok under the same handle. I also have a website, lunarlighttarot.com, where you can book readings with me. I am currently available for readings. I was on vacation, but now I'm back. So if you guys want to book with me, I am available. I think that's all that I have for today. So thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one. Okay, love and light. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this orange citrine crystal, yep, this one's for you. Let's go ahead and get into your career predictions. What's next for your success? Today I'm starting with the Mermaid Tarot. So let's go ahead and dive into it, okay? Career predictions for pile number 3, please. Queen of Wands. Career predictions for pile number 3. The Empress. Okay. Career predictions for pile 3, please. Interesting. 7 of Wands. 6 of Swords. And the, actually I'm not going to take the 7 of Cups. I mean, it's fine. It's not a bad card. I just didn't feel like it was related. Career predictions, please. Okay. Page of Cups. Interesting. You guys are kind of stepping into a new era when it comes to your career, and it has to do with your capacity for work. I actually feel like your capacity for work is expanding. People are starting to see you in a really new light. You're becoming really adept at what you do. And it's funny because you may be kind of young in this career or this field or this job that you're in. You kind of see yourself as this Page of Cups. Like, oh no, I'm just getting started. I'm just, I'm still pretty new here, things like that. But you're actually being seen as the Queen of Wands and the Empress. People see huge leadership potential within you. And I think that even though you do see yourself in more of like a novice or a beginner sort of way, you're starting to pick up other people are sensing about you. Pile number 3, you get a lot of recognition at work. People like you a lot. They like you a lot. You get along well with many different people. Okay. I feel like you generally like your work environment. People get along well. There's not a bunch of fighting or drama, things like that. It's generally pretty calm and easy to work with. However, there is a lot of work that gets done. Okay. Like this could be somewhat of a high pressure environment, or there's just like a lot of things that are being thrown at you. Let me tell you though, you're damn good at your job. You are damn good and you get things done. All right. People feel like when they give you a task, they can trust you that you will push forward and make it happen. All right. I'm also picking up that when it comes to your skill set, it's really evolving and you're sailing out of a rough patch when it comes to your career. You could have felt like you were making mistakes, like you just like weren't that good at your job. It was so difficult for you to get your job done. And over the next few weeks to 2 months or so, you're going to feel a lot more ease when it comes to your job. And you're going to realize, hey, I'm not a beginner at this anymore. I'm actually getting really, really good. Other people are seeing you as a future boss, okay, future manager, future VP. They feel like you have that energy to take it very far. So let's go ahead and see what else we have with the Live Tarot Divine Feminine Entrepreneurship deck. It's a mouthful. It's a really good deck though. All right, career predictions for pile number 3, please. Okay, you have move forward. Career predictions for pile number 3, direct. Career predictions for pile number 3. Except book clients. Raise your back. We may have some business owners in this pile, okay? I'm sensing that if you are a business owner, you are taking your business more seriously. You're not seeing it as a hobby anymore, okay? And some of you may be seeing your business as a hobby. You may see it as my little business, your little side business. Well, your little business has gotten pretty big, okay? It's gotten pretty big, it's gotten pretty adult. So how are we gonna handle this now, okay? You are seeing yourself in a whole new light. You are seeing yourself step up, all right, and move forward. And you're taking action kind of accordingly, okay? You guys are realizing, again, you're not a novice when it comes to what you do. So you're able to take on more of a leadership role in whatever it is that you are having this reading about, whether it be a business or it be a more traditional, career. You're taking on more of a leadership role. I see that a lot of you could be starting to delegate tasks, work smarter, not harder. That's definitely been a theme in today's reading. If you have a business, you're automating tasks, possibly using AI or like schedulers to get things done for you. And if you are in a more traditional environment, I see that you're becoming more comfortable delegating tasks to other people, asking people for help instead of feeling like you have to work so hard to prove yourself. Okay. I'm also picking up that you're becoming that go-to person for people because they know, again, you're going to get the work done. Book clients. Now, a lot of you could literally have businesses where you are elevating how you're treating your business so it's attracting more clients. Additionally, if you have a more of a traditional career, I'm seeing that people are going to be coming to you first to try to fix things or for projects because they know that you are that person, that you're going to get the job done. Okay, so either way, you're becoming very magnetic over the next 2 months or so. Okay, your vibration is raising and you're attracting a lot of opportunities because of that. And again, it's not that people are coming to you with the energy of them wanting you to prove themselves to them. It's that they know that you've got it. They know that you're going to do well. And so they're hoping to get some of your magic all over their project. Okay, what else do we have here? Career predictions for pile number 3. This one I'm not going to take. Career predictions for pile number 3. It wasn't a bad card. I just wasn't feeling, it was patience. I was like, but things are speeding up though. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, give a thumbs up for discernment. And thank you so much for liking the video. Man holding a heart. Whoa, women holding a heart, man holding a heart. I'm also going to take the envy card that came out. I'm telling you, like, people are seeing you in a whole new light when it comes to your work lately. They love you at work. They love you at work. I don't know if you knew this already, but you're quite popular. You're quite popular. People feel like you're so easy to work with. You're very kind. You are direct in a good way. You know how to get things done quickly, and you know how to do your job. Like, you're just, yes, like you're just that person. And actually feeling like as you continue to elevate at work, some people are going to be a little bit envious of you. All right, because you're going to continue to get a lot of recognition. Some of you guys may even be getting cozy with like higher ups, like really big managers, or again, if it's that you have a business of your own, people who are doing better in your field than you are, and you're collaborating with them, you're getting closer to them, you're getting brand deals, right? It all depends, right? But that's what I'm seeing. And people are looking at you like, oh, wow, this person has the stuff. Like, I wish I had the dang stuff. But yeah, I'm also seeing that for some of you who are like have your own businesses, that you may be getting contracted for deals with like collaborators, okay, like brands or like other people in your field. Like, they want to collaborate and work with you, especially if you're like a consultant, things like that. If you've been worried about a certain contract and whether or not it's going to go through, the outcome would be favorable for you, things like that, okay? Things are going well for you at work. Pile number 3, you really don't have anything to worry about. I have to say, things are going quite well for you. Career predictions for pile number 3. You're really stepping into how amazing you actually are. Sometimes I feel like you don't see it, which is actually kind of funny. You don't really see it. Yes, serenity. Career predictions for pile number 3, please. This one fell on the floor. I like to say if it falls on the floor, then it counts times 4. We have heart, mind, union. Career predictions for pile number 3. Nature's timing. Career predictions, please. Boat and magic of pretending. You also have mindfulness. Yeah, this just tells me that things are chill. Like, I don't know what it is about pile number 3. Like, things are going very well for you, and they're going to continue to go well for you in the future. Honestly, pile number 3 is killing it right now, okay? You're doing really, really well at your job. You're going to continue to do well. And sometimes, again, you don't understand how good you're already doing. It's like you're always striving for more. That's part of what makes you so amazing. But in this area of this time of your career, you're going to step back and realize, like, whoa, again, I'm not a novice. I'm actually really good at this. And I can see why people are coming to me to get things done, because like, I do got it like that. when it comes to my career, okay? I feel that you're going to be focusing on, taking care of yourself, making sure that you still have a good work-life balance. I feel that for the most part, a lot of you do enjoy your job, and so you're just enjoying that harmony. You're still kind of waiting in nature's timing for things to continue to grow and evolve. Some of you may want a promotion, stuff like that, okay? More money, things like that. I do feel like those things are coming, but it'll be more so in nature's timing and maybe not exactly when you hope that they will come. So you're still kind of waiting for those type of things to fall into place, but you are absolutely in the right position, doing all the right things for those type of, raises, promotions, more clients to come into fruition. Again, I do feel like if you have a business, especially, more clients are coming, but maybe a higher level of recognition that you're really waiting for, especially if you have like a social media business, like a big boom in followers, that may come a little bit later down the line, but you're still going to have a good amount of people, new people, like an influx coming in because of the way that you're treating yourself more seriously, because of the way you're treating your career more seriously, okay? We also have a boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving. So you're realizing that you have arrived at this point in your career where you're really good. You've made so much progress, okay? And you're really seeing that. We also have the magic of pretending. It's almost like you had to pretend for a long time to kind of know what you're doing. Now you're not pretending anymore, all right? You've faked it till you made it. And now you've made it. And you're realizing like, wait, I'm no longer faking it anymore. I'm actually living it. So this is really amazing. I'm also feeling like for a lot of you, you're overcoming imposter syndrome, okay? Where you thought that you really maybe weren't that great at your job. You're realizing, wait, I'm actually really fantastic, okay? 11:11 on the clock, right as I said that. So again, you are very aligned with this job. You're very aligned with this success is coming in for you. And I just say that people are going to be seeing you in a very high light in the future, and that's going to lead to more opportunities down the road. So all that you're doing right now is kind of just being mindful of yourself. You are, accepting how great you are at your job, and you're just kind of living your life. It's not too much to going on for pound number 3. Things are good, okay? They're going to continue to be good. All right, y'all, that is what I have for you today. Hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what resonated with you. I would love to hear from you. Additionally, I do have the gem only reading today. If you have not become a gem yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button to become a gem today. And it's going to be all about how can you step into a career that aligns with your purpose. Coming up in just a few seconds, guys, just a few seconds. So if you want to know, you got to stick around and become a gem, okay? Multifaceted, unbreakable, the best subscribers, if I do say so myself. Additionally, I do have a TikTok under the same handle, Lunar Light Tarot, if you want to check me out over there. Beware of scammers, though. I mean, they're out there and they're crazy. So I only have one account. I also have a website, lunarlighttarot.com, where you can book personal readings with me. I am now available for personal readings. I was on vacation, but I'm back. So if you want to book with me, I am available. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all that I have for now. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Love and light. Bye-bye. Hello there to my beautiful gems who stayed to the very end of the reading. I'm so happy to have you with me here today. I hope you enjoyed today's career reading. I know there was a lot of comments about the pet reading. I will include that in the next poll so you guys can revote, and if that wins, it wins. But yeah, I have to go with the integrity of the poll. So I've never seen so many comments for a particular reading. So guys, I will include the pet reading in the next poll. Don't worry. So if you guys want to vote for that, you can vote for that, okay? But yeah, career one today. And I actually feel like I've been getting a lot of career messages for you guys. So it's no surprise that ended up winning the poll. So very excited to get into how you can step into a career that aligns with your purpose. I really wonder what Spirit is going to say today, because I don't know what I'm going to say. So I hope that God knows what to say. LOL. I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Okay. How can you step into a career that aligns with your purpose? How can my gems step into a career that aligns with their purpose? Oh, I'm getting a lot of resonant cards so far. How can my gems step into a career that aligns with their purpose? 10 of Swords. How can my gems step into a career that aligns with their purpose? Okay. Spirit is saying you need to embrace the process is going to be messy. Sometimes when we think about having an aligned career, we think about, oh my gosh, everything's going to like fall into place and be perfect. I'm going to get the perfect opportunity. It's going to knock on my door and it's going to be so easy for me to move to one place to another. And all of a sudden I'm going to be there and I'm making millions of dollars and everything's going to be great. But actually, the path to an aligned career can be messy and disorganized. It can be painful. And I think that we need to allow the pain of change to come into our lives. Okay. And I hope you guys are getting what I'm trying to say with that. Spirit is telling me to give you an example. So, starting this YouTube channel, I knew that something that was really calling to me. I knew that it was aligned for my life. It didn't mean that it was easy though. There have been, many, many times where I wanted to give up, where I've cried over the channel. There's, where I've been really upset, and it wasn't always peaches, roses, and daisies, right? So Spirit is trying to say, yes, you want something that is going to light you up, that's going to bring you passion, that you can be in for a very long time, and that you essentially see eye to eye with, like the career loves you and you love the career. But it's not always going to be a walk in the park. And I think that's what sometimes we feel discouraged about. Okay, that we have to go through a painful ending, or that things don't work out for us right away, or things are not, we don't get the results that we're looking for right away, or that we have to become new in the field to be able to step into something that we're aligned with. Okay, there have been plenty of times that, like videos have flopped, or even in my career as a software engineer, that I've made huge mistakes on the job. Okay, that I made mistakes, that I was crying on the job, that I was overwhelmed, that I wanted to give up, or like I thought, oh my gosh, it's too difficult for me. I'm not smart enough. I'm not this enough. I'm not that enough. However, those are still my dream jobs. Okay, having a YouTube channel and being a software engineer, my two dream jobs. It doesn't mean that you're not meant to be in that field just because it's going to challenge you. Okay, so this is actually reminding me of a quote that I heard not too long ago. It was actually a TikTok video, funny enough. And it was saying that when you're discouraged, you're often doing something right. And it sounds oxymoronic, but this is what it really is. The person was saying that when you're discouraged, it's often because you're making progress up until that point. It's often because you are staying in a conversation longer than you ever would. It's because you're sharpening skills that you have never sharpened to this extent before, because you're learning things that you've never tried before, because you're sticking it out longer than you ever did. All right. You're becoming something more than the sum of your parts. And discouragement is going to come along with that journey. So Spirit is saying, don't be discouraged by being discouraged. You guys see what I'm trying to say? The path to your success is not going to be linear. Your healing is not going to be linear. Success is not going to be linear. Okay, it's going to feel messy sometimes. It's going to feel like you're not doing enough. It's going to feel like you're not good enough at times, but don't listen to the naysaying that you may come up with. Okay, if every single time I cried over my code not working, right, many times, okay, at my job, and I just quit right then, where would I be? Okay, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be a software engineer today. And I hope that makes sense the way that I'm trying to put it. We can't be discouraged by the pain of getting from one place to another, whether that be up leveling a skill, whether that be, switching careers, whether that be starting out in something and not being good at it right away. We have to accept that these things are going to happen. It doesn't mean that you're not meant to do something. It just means that you're growing and you're trying harder than you ever did before. Okay, let's see what else Spirit has to say. I'm going to be using the Oracle of Oneness. Divine Source, how can my gems step into a career that aligns with their purpose? How can my gems step into a career that aligns with their purpose? I'm just going to pull them like this. Grieving is a natural and essential part of healing. Isn't that like what we just talked about? I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared. Mother Tree energy encourages growth and unity. as they step into a career. The significance is beyond measure. Okay, so the first one is already kind of what we were just touching on. It's that it's going to be a path that is going to challenge you, okay? And I think we need to always be aware of the difference between crippling and challenging, all right? Between crushing and challenging. I don't ever want you to be in a place that is crushing you, that is dimming you, that is crippling you, so to speak, right? But there's a difference between your skill, you're being expanded and you're being stretched and you're being challenged to take on new things. That's where you want to be, right? We don't want to optimize a situation that is misaligned with us, that we're not growing in, that is diminishing us, and that is eroding our mental health. That's not helpful. However, I have had moments, of course, in my own career where my mental health was challenged, right, by a pursuit that I wanted and that I was growing in and that I'm growing skills in. It's not to say that you're never going to feel bad about about something that you're pursuing that you want. It's just a fine line and knowing, when it is becoming crushing and when it is expanding you. Okay, so that's also something to think about. Okay, as you kind of go towards that path, but don't be afraid of that discouragement. Mother Tree energy encourages growth and unity. How can you step into a career that aligns with your purpose? That's interesting. Spirit is saying that you're going to need to prioritize growth in an aspect that you're interested in, okay? That's how you're going to be able to find a career that aligns with you, finding things that you are naturally drawn to and then expanding in that field, okay? So for me, I had a natural draw to tarot card reading. It was actually my roommate, my freshman year of college, who gave me a tarot card reading. And after that, I was fascinated. I got out my first deck and I started to play with it all the time. And then it gets ballooned from there. Look into what you're naturally drawn to and grow within that, become one with that, integrate that into your life as a habit and grow with it, expand with it, all right? If I had just taken tarot card reading and been like, okay, this is cool, and then just did it in the shadows of my room forever, I wouldn't be here with you guys, talking to you guys, okay? But I was able to expand by watching other tarot readers, by doing free readings in a park. I used to do free readings in parks and go up to people and be like, hey, do you want a tarot card reading? Everyone was like smoking a lot of weed. So that was like very helpful for me. They were already like, whoa, yeah. Hope you guys know what I'm trying to say, okay? By studying the cards, by doing readings on myself. And then eventually starting the YouTube channel. So things are going to snowball if you let them, if you lean in, all right? So lean into the things that you're interested in. It may be art for some of you guys. It may be beauty. It could be, hair care. It could be, it could be something more sciencey, like whatever it is. Don't be afraid to lean in, research, and try to expand in your free time, okay? Spirit is saying that your free time is going to really be vital, that you utilize it in a way where you can expand your mind and step more into these topics, because the more that you take the next step, they're going to deliver you opportunities that align with your readiness. Okay, so by you taking the next step into researching, into honing a craft, and actually recognizing a hobby or recognizing an interest of yours as a craft that you could step into, that's how Spirit will then serve you opportunities to utilize the readiness that you have created. Okay, does that make sense? Like, I would never really have the idea of starting my own YouTube channel if I hadn't already been giving readings in the park for free and see how that had gone in person. You know what I mean? I had to take that step to be able to take the next step, to take the next step, to take the next step, to take the next step. Do you see what I'm saying? So also Spirit is saying, know that you are worthy of this. Your significance is beyond measure. Some of you guys may have a little bit of imposter syndrome when it comes to stepping into a career that you'd really be aligned with. Say, for example, it's content creation, okay? Because everyone wants to be a content creator these days. I can't blame them. I love making videos too, okay? So say it's that, right? And you're seeing someone online and you're just like, I could never just sit in front of a camera and say things to people and then they want to hear it. That's just not me. You're really discounting yourself. You're really selling yourself way, way too short. Your significance is beyond measure. Don't deceive yourself out of a path that's meant for you. Okay? Spirit is actually going to give you the signs, the synchronicities, the clues, the intuition to step into a new lane. Are you holding yourself back by saying, oh, that's not for me. I could never do that. I'm not good enough for that. I'm not interesting enough for that. When I first turned on that camera, do you know what I was doing? Shaking, okay? I had books propped up in my dorm room, okay? I didn't even know what to say, and still somehow was able to start a YouTube channel. Like, don't doubt yourself, because you're going to find a way to make it work. And the only way you're going to get better is at doing it. Sometimes Spirit is saying you guys will stop yourself from starting a certain path because you're like, wait, I don't have the experience to start this path. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, neither did anybody else when they started. That's what experience is for. And if you never start, you never get the experience. Okay? Your significance is beyond measure. Don't discount yourself just because you are not at a level where you think you should be yet. That's what the progress is for. That's what the path is for. All right? Just keep walking the path and you'll get there. All right? This is really off the assumption that you are, not the assumption, but rather the reality that Spirit is serving you ideas that are helping you to get to an aligned career. You're already being given the ideas, or even after this video, you're going to start to, hear conversations from people. They're going to start to tell you things. You're going to get ideas yourself. So don't worry, this is going to be kind of coming in for you, okay? How can you step into a career? Look at that. How can you step into a career that aligns with your purpose? Oh, wow, Spirit is speaking. Oh my goodness. We also have indecision and adjacent possibilities. Now, some of you, it's not that you don't have an idea, it's that you have too many ideas and you feel indecisive about which opportunities to take, so you do nothing. Spirit is saying, pick the ones that feels most aligned and start, okay? There's going to be time in your life to do everything that you want to do, all right? If you prioritize it right, there's going to be time in your life to do most everything that you want to do, but indecision could be holding you back from taking the next step. Make a decision and step towards it, okay? There are a lot of opportunities for you. It's true. Your path to success is very wide. Your path to success is wide. You could choose anything and probably be very good at it when you put your mind to it. Why? Because my channel is for high achievers. Sorry, if you're here, you're a high achiever. If you're here, you are destined for success. I'm not just speaking it over your life. I know it. I've been with this community for almost 7 years. Yeah, I know my community is full of people who get shit done. Okay, not the siren interrupting my hype session. Like, that's so rude. Anyway, I know that my gems are people who get things done, who are big, bright lights in their community, who, take themselves seriously enough to go after their dreams and who are destined for really, really big things. Like, I know I'm talking to a bunch of leaders, okay? Leaders and, natural role models. So don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. I spent enough time with you to understand that you got it like that. And you can do anything that you set your mind to. I believe that. 100%. So just pick something. That's basically what Spirit is saying. Just pick something because you're going to be really good at it. People are going to love you whatever you do. You're going to find community in whatever you do. All right. You're going to find community. Guys, when I keep going back to the YouTube channel thing, keep going back to my own life. But when I first started my channel, I didn't think that I'd have as many subscribers as I do now. I mean, I still feel like I'm a small channel, but still, I didn't think that I had as many people listening to my videos, interacting with me, and having people that actually care about me. But you just never know. You just never know until you do it. And that's going to be the same thing with you guys. You're going to find that you have so many people who care about your message, so many people who care about your craft, so many people who care about the work that you do, who love working with you, who feel like you're fantastic to be around, that they appreciate you, that they respect you, they uplift you, they cherish you. And I'm just talking about like content creation on social media or having like followers and things like that. I'm talking about in your career. I'm talking about coworkers, I'm talking about managers. You can have a great work environment. You can have a great relationship with your boss. You can have coworkers who also get their work done and who uplift you, and you're really a genuine team. You deserve that, okay? And the more that you lean in to, again, like the skills that you're feeling drawn to sharpening, the more that you lean into the intuitive hits that you're getting about what you should do next in your career, and you expand and you grow, the more that you're going to find yourself aligned with opportunities that are reflective of your readiness. We have to prepare ourselves to receive our abundance. Otherwise, how will God know that we can maintain it? God will not give us a blessing that we cannot maintain. What's the point? It'll slip through our grasp. Unless it's supposed to be an experience. It's supposed to be a lesson for us, right? But we don't want lessons. We want blessings that stick. And so if we want things that stick, we have to prepare ourselves. If we want to prepare ourselves, we have to expand our skills and our mindset. Okay? Take on the responsibility of your blessing as if it was here today. And you will find yourself faced with the opportunity that will bring that blessing into your life. Okay, guys, that's what I'm going to leave it at today. Thank you so much for watching today's video and being a gem, unbreakable, multifaceted. I absolutely love this community. I feel like every other video, I'm like gushing about you guys, how fantastic you guys are. But truly, I feel like we have such an amazing community that supports each other, that uplifts each other. And I'm so grateful to be such a big voice, obviously such a big voice in this community. But you know, I want you to know, again, this parasocial relationship goes both ways. I just really appreciate all of you for being a part of my community and making it what it is. This channel wouldn't be anything without you. It wouldn't be anything without you. And I know that you have a choice when it comes to the readings that you watch, comes to the videos, how you spend your time. And I just appreciate you spending your time with me, because this is absolutely my favorite part of the week, is sitting down and talking to you guys every single time. I know it is like my work, it's my job. And when I sit down, I'm like, dang, I got a lot of work to do. But then once I get on the camera, I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed you guys. I love talking to you. I know I was just on vacation. I was like, oh my gosh, I missed talking to my gems. So this was so much fun for me. Thank you so much for, you know, giving me a platform and allowing me to read for your guys' energy. Again, like, it's such a blessing in my life. So thank you for blessing me with just by being here and by being you. All right, guys, go ahead and give that video a like if you haven't already. Thank you for being a gem. Comment down below, you know, let me know what resonates with you. And like, you know, let's just continue to support each other and build this awesome community. Thank you so much for being here. I'll talk to you in the next reading. Love and light. Bye-bye.